So today, we're going to unpack a national strategy that's all about shaping the technological future of an entire country. We're diving deep into Pakistan's national AI policy.
And just so you know, we're going straight to the source here. Everything we're talking about comes from the official policy document from Pakistan's Ministry of IT and Telecommunication. So what you're getting is the plan, directly from the people who wrote it. And that really brings up a huge question that, frankly, a lot of countries are wrestling with right now. How do you build an entire AI future pretty much from scratch? Well, Pakistan's policy offers a fascinating roadmap, and we're going to walk through it together. All right, so where do you even start with a plan this big? Well, you start with the vision. This is the big picture, the North Star for the whole strategy. And this right here, the official vision, is so important. It's not just about the tech. The goal is to create, quote, a robust AI ecosystem where artificial intelligence is used responsibly and ethically to drive inclusive growth. So right from the get-go, you see this dual focus on both progress and principles. And that's key to understanding the whole plan. And this slide just illustrates that balance perfectly. The policy splits its goals into two clear buckets. On one side, you've got your development objectives, boosting the economy, building up local AI talent. And on the other, you have the ethical objectives, making sure things are fair, protecting people's privacy, and keeping the public in the loop. It's not one or the other, it's both. It's a plan for growth with some serious guardrails. So how are they actually going to build this thing? That brings us to the core of the plan. Section 2 is what they call the 6-pillar blueprint. Honestly, you can think of it as the architectural plan for building out Pakistan's entire AI ecosystem. And here they are, the 6 pillars holding the whole thing up. We've got the AI innovation ecosystem, then awareness and readiness, creating a secure AI ecosystem, transformation and evolution, the AI infrastructure itself, and finally, international partnerships. We're going to dive into what each of these actually means. So let's dig into that first group in Section 3, what they call building the foundation. This covers the first 3 pillars, and it's all about laying the groundwork. Creating the right environment, getting the people ready, and making sure everyone trusts the technology. Pillar 1 is all about sparking innovation, and what's really interesting is how they plan to do it. The policy calls for a national AI fund, a whole network of centers of excellence, and direct venture capital for startups. Basically, it's a strategy to pump money and expertise right into the places where new ideas are born. Pillar 2, well, it's all about the people. An AI economy needs an AI-ready workforce, right? So the strategy here has multiple layers: a huge national skill development program, scholarships for higher degrees, and even getting AI into the school curriculum early on. And this part is absolutely crucial. There's a specific focus on training for marginalized women and persons with disabilities to make sure this growth is truly for everyone. Pillar 3 is all about building a secure AI ecosystem, because you can't have real innovation if people don't trust the tech. This means using AI to fight cyber threats, but also, and this is important, making sure a human is always in the loop for critical decisions. And I love this idea of regulatory sandboxes, basically safe playpens to test new AI before it gets released into the wild. Okay, so once that foundation is built, the policy shifts gears. It's time to actually put this AI to work. This brings us to Section 4, which is all about taking those foundational pieces and using them to transform industries and connect with the rest of the globe. So where is all this AI actually going to be used? Pillar 4 lays out the key targets for transformation. And we're not talking about small stuff here. We're talking about massive sectors of the economy: healthcare, agriculture, education, how the government works, even energy management. This is about using AI to solve real-world, tangible problems. Now, Pillar 5 is the digital backbone of this whole operation: AI infrastructure. AI is hungry. It needs massive computing power and tons of data. So this pillar is all about feeding the beast. The plan calls for a national network of high-performance computing centers, national data repositories, and even regional AI hubs. This is the hardware and data needed to make the dream a reality. And the final pillar brings it all together on the world stage. Because, let's be real, no country can do this alone. This part is all about international partnerships, forging agreements with global AI leaders, showing up at international conferences, attracting foreign investment, and swapping talent. It's about learning from the best and being part of the global conversation. Look, a vision is great, a blueprint is great,
but execution is everything. So in Section 5, we get to see how this policy actually becomes reality. This isn't just a wish list, it's a concrete action plan with some incredibly ambitious targets.
Let's start with this first number, 1 million. They want to train 1 million people in AI and related tech by 2027. For a developing nation, that's not just upskilling, it's a massive strategic bet on its own people to leapfrog ahead.
And it's not just about training people, it's about giving them something to build. The next goal is to support at least 1,000 AI-led R&D initiatives by 2026. This is about systematically turning new ideas into actual working prototypes.
But it doesn't even stop there. What good is a great idea if you can't own it? So they're aiming to register over 2,000 patents for AI products by 2026. This is a direct push to create and protect homegrown intellectual property, turning innovation into a real national asset.
So you might be thinking, these are great goals, but who's going to make sure it all happens? That is where this action matrix comes in. It's designed for one thing, accountability. Every objective, like developing human capital, is tied to a specific target, like training that million people, and it assigns a lead stakeholder. In short, every single goal has an owner.
And who's at the very top steering the ship? That would be the AI Council. This is the main group, led by the Federal Minister for IT, and their job is to provide the big picture direction and make sure this whole massive plan stays on track. So when you put it all together, from the high-level vision all the way down to who's responsible for what, it really leaves you with one big question. With a plan this ambitious, this detailed, what could the future of AI in Pakistan actually look like?